Florence Scovel Shinn was a woman ahead of her time, a pioneer of metaphysical thought. She was not just a writer, but a teacher, a spiritual guide, and an advocate for the power of words, faith, and imagination. Her life and teachings continue to influence countless individuals seeking clarity, prosperity, and alignment with their highest potential. To understand the impact she had, one must first step into her world and uncover the wisdom she shared with unwavering conviction. Born in 1871, Florence Scovel Shinn lived through a transformative period in history. She witnessed the tail end of the Industrial Revolution, the dawn of the 20th century, and the many shifts in society that shaped modern thought. Yet despite the external changes, she focused on an eternal principle, the power of thought and the spoken word to shape reality. Her background in art, studying at the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts, suggests that she saw the world through a creative lens. She understood the act of creation not just as something that happens on canvas, but as a force that operates in everyday life. Her eventual transition from an artist to a metaphysical teacher was not accidental. It was the result of her deep understanding that life itself is a masterpiece shaped by thought, belief, and spoken affirmations. Florence's teachings were heavily influenced by New Thought philosophy, which emphasized the creative power of the mind, the law of attraction, and the role of divine intelligence in guiding human affairs. Unlike many spiritual teachers who remained in esoteric circles, Florence brought these teachings into practical application, making them accessible to ordinary people. Her books, including The Game of Life and How to Play It, Your Word is Your Wand, and The Secret Door to Success, are filled with real-life anecdotes, affirmations, and profound yet simple truths. One of her fundamental teachings is the idea that life is a game that must be played consciously. She explained that every individual is a player in this cosmic game, and the key to winning lies in understanding the spiritual laws that govern existence. Among these laws, she emphasized the law of expectation, the law of substitution, and the law of non-resistance. The law of expectation states that whatever one deeply expects will manifest in their reality. Florence urged people to expect only the best and to align their thoughts, words, and actions with their highest desires. She warned against the dangers of negative expectations, as fear and doubt could materialize just as readily as faith and confidence. The law of substitution was another key concept in her teachings. She believed that individuals could replace negative thoughts with positive ones, much like replacing a worn-out garment with a new one. By consciously affirming what one desires rather than dwelling on what one fears, a person could shift their entire experience. Perhaps one of the most powerful ideas she championed was the law of non-resistance. She taught that struggle and force were unnecessary. Instead, one should surrender to the divine flow, trust the process, and allow things to unfold with ease. Resistance, she explained, only strengthens what one opposes. The more one fights against a problem, the more energy is given to it. Instead, she encouraged people to bless their circumstances, affirm divine order, and let go of fear. Florence was also a firm believer in the power of words. She often quoted Proverbs 18:21, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." To her, every word spoken carried a vibration, setting forth a chain of events in motion. Negative words brought negative experiences. Positive affirmations shaped positive outcomes. She crafted affirmations that were both poetic and potent, guiding people toward prosperity, health, and love. Her affirmations were not mere wishful thinking, but powerful commands to the subconscious mind, directing it to align with divine intelligence. She frequently shared stories of individuals who transformed their lives through the application of her teachings. Whether it was someone finding unexpected wealth, healing from an ailment, or meeting their perfect partner, Florence demonstrated that spiritual laws worked with mathematical precision. The key was unwavering faith and the willingness to let go of limiting beliefs. One of her most famous affirmations encapsulates her philosophy. I now smash and demolish by my spoken word every untrue record in my subconscious mind. They shall return to the dust heap of their native nothingness, for they came from my own vain imaginings. I now make my perfect records through the Christ within, the records of health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. Florence did not merely teach these principles, she lived by them. She maintained an unshakable faith in divine order, trusting that everything unfolded perfectly, even when circumstances seemed difficult. Unlike many modern self-help gurus who promise instant results, she emphasized persistence, patience, and an unwavering belief in unseen forces working behind the scenes. Her legacy is profound. Though she passed away in 1940, her books continue to sell, her affirmations continue to be spoken, and her wisdom continues to change lives. In a world that often leans toward materialism and external validation, Florence's teachings serve as a timeless reminder that true power lies within. She reminds us that life is not a series of random events, but a carefully woven tapestry shaped by thought, belief, and faith. Her work continues to inspire those seeking mastery over their lives. She does not offer a doctrine of blind optimism, but a practical guide to aligning with the higher laws of the universe. Her teachings are not about forcing change, but about allowing, trusting, and knowing that the universe is always conspiring for one's highest good. Florence Scovel Shinn remains a beacon of wisdom, her words echoing across generations, whispering the great truth. Life is a game. Play it well, play it wisely, and most importantly, play it with faith.